Regiments.
By one-page rules.
It's me, E, and today I'm going to introduce all of my units. I have two units of zombies. I have a couple of wraiths and 2 units of skeletons. And I also have a Bone Master, my chieftain.
Now, is this the vampiric undead, the desert undead, the mummified undead, or the ossified undead?
Ossified undead.
Gotcha. And I'm your old pal, Mr. Wargaming. I'm a little nervous. E is undefeated here in the House of Wargaming. We're going to see if we can challenge that today. I'm bringing King Hopper. He is a high champion. We're using the Chivalrous Kingdoms army list today. He does have his Realm Defender, a wizard, a Peasant Levy. That's these 10 guys here. They're pretty terrible. We are bringing a unit of 5 Foot Knights. We've got a unit of Men-at-Arms, 20 strong, and then over here, just off screen is there's those archers in there, okay. Now, the one thing I do need to point out is I've got 2 different units of knights. There's only 5 of them. I've got a unit of Grail Knights. They're Lancers. You can tell they're Grail Knights. You can tell they're Lancers because they have the lances. These guys over here are the Quest Knights. They have impact, but they don't have lances. They have the great weapons. The difference being our Great Knights get 2 attacks, but they don't have whatever the lance ability is. The model's impact counts as having... Oh, right, so the lance has impact AP 1. These guys do not have AP, but they get 2 attacks. Yo, that's me. Let's take a look at the battlefield. We've already gone ahead and laid out terrain. A little road has no effect. Our stream, E, has decided you can only cross at the ford and at the bridge, which is interesting because we only rolled for 3. See, we rolled 1 D3. We wound up with a 1 + 2, so we only have 3 objective markers that are closer to that side, and one of them is protected by the stream. In order for that army to get to it, they're going to have to cross the bridge and get up to that point. Whoever controls 2 out of the 3 at the end of 4 turns wins the game. So you roll your die.
Okay.
And whoever gets the high roll picks which side they want. Ugh, which side do you want to have?
I want that side.
Yeah, of course you do. All right. We took turns putting our objective markers. They're all over here on kind of the left and center side of the field over there. So, of course, E has the advantage because she's closer to these 2. Now, my strategy is to take this one with some cheap troops. Her slow undead are never going to be able to make it over there, which means I only need to take one of these, and I'm going to fight for that one right there. If I can have both of these, I win. What's your strategy going to be?
My strategy is going to capture this gem first, and then try to slow these guys down while my Shadow Wraiths and zombies try to grab the other gem.
And then if I'm not making a play for that gem, they can sweep around and kind of hit me in the flanks. Is that the idea? Okay. Or maybe even move into here, the cemetery in the center, and launch attacks from there?
Yeah.
All right. Makes sense.
But my zombies are going to try to slow the Lancers and one of the horsemen down.
And the horsemen down. Right. Now, we got to figure out who gets to go first. So let's roll. You got your green die, and I'm rolling the yellow, of course. Yellow die, yellow uniforms. And I get to take the first activation. Now, we're going to take turns activating our units. And for this first turn, because it's all mostly just movement, we'll go ahead and do all the movement taking turns, and then we'll come back and show people how things wound up after turn 1. Sound good?
Yes.
So as you can see, we had a lot of movement in this first turn. Turn 2 is where the blood starts to fly, but not so much for the skeletons. Would you please replace that objective marker with that yellow one? My peasants, my lowly peasants, have seized one objective. But the skeletons have seized this objective, which we moved out of the way a little bit. It's actually right there. We'll put it back. And then go ahead and replace that objective marker with a green one so that the people can see we are now 2 objective markers for the skeletons and only 1 for the humans. So the good guys have a little bit of ground to make up. We did use War Duty to advance these guys. They got an extra kind of free move. That's how they were able to zoom so fast. And the ossified, the Bone Master, what did he do?
He actually decided to hide behind and cast a spell on...
Which 2 units was it? It was this unit? No, it was the 2 skeletons, right?
2 skeletons.
That's why they moved up so quickly.
Mm-hmm.
And then I used the like a charm spell. So this little blue marker means these 2 units get a +1 on their next defense roll. And that's the end of turn number 1. Now, because I was the last to go, you get to go first on turn number 2.
For my first activation, the spear will charge your...
My spearmen, huh?
Okay, yes.
So we bring them forward, and then we kind of edge them together. Now, you have an extra rank here that doesn't fit. These are called sabots, by the way, or movement trays. Rather than move all 20 of these guys, some of my smarter than me commenters said, bro, get some of these movement trays. It's so much easier, particularly when you're doing undead who just have... I have like 80 figures. You have 80 figures in your force. I only have like 50. So yeah, it definitely is speeding things along, isn't it? Here's our giant scrum. Go ahead and roll your dice. You have 2 full ranks in the front, so you roll 10 dice. And for every 4 and 5, you do 1 hit. These guys have poison, so for every 6, you do 3 hits. So what we do is we pull out all of the misses, and you got a total of 4 plus 3 plus 3. You got 10 hits.
Nice.
Now, I have to roll my defense for my men-at-arms, and I have a defense roll of 5. Yes?
You actually get a +1 on that. You got a +1.
Why do I get a +1?
Because you casted your
Excellent call. That's what this is for. And so we're going to take that off. So instead of a 5, for every 4 I get, we'll subtract 1 from the number of wounds, okay?
Yes.
And so, that was a pretty good roll, wasn't it? Yeah. So we take those 3 out. So I saved 7 of them. And these 2 were the spell, right? So instead of 5, it's 7. So I had 3 guys die. Blunk, blunk, blunk. Now I get to attack you.
Uh-oh.
But I have a quality of 5, and I only get to roll my 10. I don't have any special abilities, okay?
Okay.
So looking for 5s, and I get a grand total of 2 hits.
Oh, wow.
So now you have to roll. So we pull out the misses. Well, there goes our rooster. Must be that time of day. So you roll those, and you have a defense of 4. And for every 4 or better, we'll reduce it. And none. So you take 2 casualties.
Oh.
Now, who took more wounds?
I think you did.
So I have to make a morale check. I got to take a morale check, and I need a 5 or better to do that. I got a 6. So because I made that check, the attackers have been thrown back. They did more wounds, but they are thrown back a half. Oh boy, skeletons are hard to move. Spears are hard to move. And both of these units are now what is called exhausted. For the rest of the turn, when they are attacked, they're only going to be hitting on 6s. Okay?
Okay.
But yes.
I actually multiply if I do 6s.
You still do your poison, that's true.
Yes.
I am going to get revenge by firing my archers. They have a range of 15 inches. They have a quality of 5, so every 5 or better is going to force a check out of this guy. I rolled a total of 1, 2, 3 hits. So come on over here and roll 3 dice for your defense. And your ossified undead still have a defense of 4 or better. So you re-roll that one, it was cocked. So I did 2 wounds. So I did 3 wounds altogether. So I've eliminated a full rank, which may come into play later. Now you have to make a morale check. If it took, because it lost models outside of melee, right. So go ahead and roll a d6.
All right.
And tell me what you get. Because your quality is still, you have failed. You are now wavering. And I'm going to put a little white marker there to show that it's wavering. That means they only hit on 6s and automatically fail morale tests as long as they're wavering. So if I can inflict another morale test, they'll rout. But I'm not sure I have a way to do that. Also, it's your turn to pick a unit.
You know what? No,
and we'll go ahead and we'll put the hill back where it was. How are you getting your revenge?
All right. Well, I'm gonna move my zombies.
You're gonna charge your zombies.
Yes.
So we pivot them.
Yeah.
And then they can move up to 8 inches that far. So you have plenty of movement. So the zombies are going to rush on over here, and we have another. Well, I guess I shouldn't have moved. We're going to call it the Griffin Hill today, aren't we? Go ahead and roll those 10 dice, and we'll figure out what happens next. Now, your zombies aren't quite as great. They have a quality of 5 up, and that's really it. Wait a minute. Go ahead and do that. We gotta do something over here, but we'll do that in a second. All right, so take out anything that is less than a 5. And these guys do not have poison, so they have inflicted 5 hits on my poor longbowmen.
5.
Was it? Put it in there then. Yeah. So you got 6 hits altogether?
Yeah.
Oh, I see. All right, so I am rolling against a defense of, and I don't have my special defense anymore, defense of 5. And they are going to do a total of...
Wait, no. Reroll this one.
You want me to reroll that one? Okay.
There's a little cocked.
All right, well, you still... So you did a total of 4 wounds to my guys. And then my guys attack you back with their quality of... Longbowmen have a quality of 5. Whoops, and I dropped one over here. So I only do 2 hits to you, a 5 and a 6. So go ahead and roll those 2 dice.
All right.
And you have a defense of 6. So you lost 2 skeletons, I lost 4 archers, which means I have to make a quality check. I need a 5 or a 6, and I made it, which means you are going to fade back a half an inch. Now, I forgot, you're undead. You don't take morale tests the way other people do.
Oh, yeah!
They are not wavering. Instead, you have to roll 1 die for each of these guys.
Oh, gosh.
Hang on. And for every 1 or a 2, you take another wound.
Oh.
So roll all 10 of these.
Okay.
And don't roll 1s and 2s.
Okay.
So you lose 1 guy and then roll 5 more.
Okay.
This is from the archery instead of the morale check.
Uh-oh.
And then you lose 3 more guys.
What? I do 2 on my
1, 2, 3. You roll for each figure, and for every 1 or a 2, somebody else goes down. So that's... But they're not wavering anymore.
Okay.
Okay? Which is... I don't know if that's better or worse for you. But I'll tell you what is worse for you is these guys are now going to charge these zombies who are...
Wait a minute.
What?
I can... Oh, wait, I already made my move.
You already made your move. These guys are going to charge your zombies in the flank. They don't get to attack back. I automatically do 5 hits for impact.
What?
And then they get to do... those are my quest knights who are lancers. I'm going to roll 10 dice. They have a quality of 4. And I get a total of 4 hits. Roll 9 dice. And you're looking for 6s.
I got 3 6s.
You got 3 6s altogether, which means you're going to lose 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 guys. And you don't get to counterattack, which means you have to take a morale check. But remember what happens on morale checks.
I know.
Roll 12 dice. So I have 12 blue dice here now. And don't roll 1s and 2s.
I'm terrible at that, though.
So you lose 1, 2, 3 more guys. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now I know this looks ugly, but remember, because you didn't break, my guys have to fall back a half an inch. Okay? And they haven't made a defense roll, so I still keep my little bonus there.
So, your knights are facing this way, so I'm going to charge them with my zombies.
Oh, man. You know what? I wasn't thinking. I thought they were slow, but they can move 8 inches, can't they? 8 inches means, you're going to get revenge on me now. So this time around, because you hit me in the flanks, dang it, you are going to get to roll 10 attacks over here. Here, let me move the light out of the way a little bit. So roll all of those, and then you're going to be hitting on 5s.
Okay.
Oh, boy. No, you have 2 attacks per. You get to do this twice. I forgot about that. I kind of.
Wait a minute. Let me.
So that's 2. No, that was a 6.
Oh, that
So
one.
that's 2. Now roll them again.
Oh, yeah, I
I cheated you out of 10 attacks over there. I'm sorry. Roll them again.
Oh, hang on. That was in count.
And then we get another 2. So you get a total of 4 hits altogether, huh?
Yeah.
Now I have a defense on those guys. Those guys are pretty good on defense. They have a defense of... oh, I didn't write it down. I'm really smart. Well, let's see here. I'll look it up here in a second. I don't know if that works. Here's my roll. They have a quality of 4, defense of 4. I only saved one of those. That means they take 3 hits. Oh boy, I was hoping to keep you guys honest over here. This is not the way, is it? And I guess I should take the 3 guys off the back. I have to make a morale check, and I think because I'm at half strength, this is worse than usual. Because I'm at, no, that's what it is. Because I'm at less than half strength, if the unit has taken test because it lost a melee and it has less than half, it routs. Wait, what does routing mean? Routed units lose all hope and flee the field. Simply remove the entire... Oh, boy. Okay. So my foot knights are gone. This, by the way, is about a 1,000-point battle. It's about 950 points apiece. All right, well, now it's my turn.
Yeah.
For my activation, I'm going to wheel these guys a little bit and then move them. And I think I'll move them up just like, well, I'm just going to leave them right there. That's all I can do. Now it's your turn. What do you want to do?
So,
You have these guys can just hold. Mm-hmm. He can cast a spell, or I don't know. These guys are kind of pinned in there. They don't really have anywhere to go.
No, I could go attack your farmers.
Wait,
but they
what?
only yeah.
These wraiths can't get here. They can't cross the stream.
Ethereal counts as having stealth, strider, as well as regeneration.
Wait a minute. They have Strider?
Yeah.
What?
Look at it.
Strider may ignore the effects of difficult terrain. But that's... I don't like this game.
Wow.
All right, so, okay, so if they charge, they are... let's check and see if they might even be charging in the flank.
Hey.
Not only that, but I guess I should have, instead of holding... Oh, man, I should have pivoted these guys at least so they'd get the counterattack. Not only that, let's check range. Maybe they're too far away. No, they're 6 inches, so that... Wait. These guys only move 4 inches.
They do?
They only charge 4 inches.
Oh.
Because I think they're undead, right? Yeah, okay, so I do... Okay, whew, okay, so if they move 4 inches this way, I mean, your trap is still fairly well sprung, but what you'll be able to attack me on the next turn, but I'm going to use my action to at least pivot that way so I can get a counterattack.
Okay.
Okay? You sneaky little git.
So my wizard is going to cast Deadly Contract, and it is going to move 2 inches and cast it on King Hopper.
If he moves up to here, it's about 2 inches, let's say. Let me kind of measure that. It's about 2 inches. But no, it's got a 6-inch range. He's out of range. See, look, there's 6 inches right. Oh, geez, he is in range. So for ranges, you measure from base to base, not center to center.
Okay.
So go ahead and roll, but you need to roll a 5 in order to do this. And if you roll a 5 or a 6, roll it right here. He takes 6 hits. All right, so the spell did not get off, which is good for me because I'm going to go ahead. Should I send King Hopper to charge that guy?
I don't think you wanna.
No, I don't. King Hopper is going to turn around. Oh, boy.
But you gotta do 90 degree.
Yeah, you're right. Okay, so he can move ahead 1 inch. He can pivot 90 and then go 1, 2. He's going to race over to there. And then my wizard is going to move 3 inches up to here. And he's going to do that defensive spell again.
Okay.
And on a 4, he does get it. I think he gets it off, doesn't he? He needs a... That's protection. On a 4, he gets +1 to defense. And he's going to pick both King Hopper and... Who's the other unit? The Spearman again. So there's our little buff. And I think, is that the end of the turn?
Yeah. No, you don't. You haven't moved.
Yeah, I pivoted my peasants over there to prepare for the wraiths. Yeah, everybody's done. That's the end of turn 2. You still hold 2 objectives, and I hold 1, but it's anybody's game. So here's where we're at. I went ahead. Oh, I can't quite see it there. I went ahead and we rolled a couple of extra dice. We're down to just 2 archers. That could be a problem. Now, we got our protection spells. I took all of the exhausted markers off. The score is still 2 to the undead to 1 for the good guys. But because the good guys had more units move, they were the last to activate. It's going to be the undead's turn to go first. Who do you want to start with, kid?
I'm going to start with the wraiths.
Naturally.
And the wraiths reach them? Ooh, just barely.
What are you talking about just barely? They get a full inch. So they race over to here because they ignore the difficult terrain. And, of course, they do kind of fall over a little bit, but that's okay. Then, what is their attack ability? You only have 5 of them, so I got that going for me. They have Attack 1, AP 2. What is Reap? Enemies that roll to block hits. Okay, so go ahead and roll 5 of them. And with a quality of 3 up, you're going to hit on 3s. Now, you have a special ability called Reap. I'm going to make 4 checks, and I need 6s to save these. But for every 1 I roll, something bad happens. Well, I don't roll any 1s, so I roll 3 wounds. Then I get to attack back with, how many guys do I have left? 7?
Yeah.
Okay, so there's my 7 dice. And these are peasants. They're terrible. They only hit on 6s. Oh, they could have thrown stones. Oh, I didn't realize they could throw stones. I should have attacked your guys at range. That's all right. It's all right. They do hit on 6s, so I do manage to score 2 hits on your guys. Your wraiths now... oh... Yeah, you have AP 2, but it doesn't matter for these guys.
Wait, really?
Yeah, so now you have to make 2 saves.
And what do I need?
You need, what is your defense? Wraiths have a defense of 6.
Oh. Ooh!
So you saved 1. So they only killed 1 wraith. But they lost 3, so I have to make the quality check, and I need a 6 or better. And with a 2, I fail. They are now wavering. So you guys fade back into the stream. I think, does that make sense? Because I'm still at more than half of my size. All right, that makes it my turn. I'm going to bring my Lancers. They're going to charge the flank of your zombies one more time. They automatically get 5 hits because they have impact 1, and then they have 2 attacks at AP 2 with a quality of 4. Probably. So 5 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more. So 11 hits altogether. Why don't you come around over here and roll. Your zombies have a defense of, 6? Yeah. Now I have armor penetrating 2, which means that normally you'd hit on 8, but every 6 is a success regardless. Just roll them all.
Okay.
So every 6 will reduce it. I've already killed 11. And we'll see what happens here. You saved 3 of them. So I managed to... What? Oh, are you serious with this?
I don't know.
I killed 8 of your guys.
Uh-oh.
Your 1 guy doesn't get to counterattack, which means he has to make a morale check, except he doesn't make a morale check. Instead, you roll a d6. And on a result of a 1 or a 2, go ahead and roll this green one so we know which one it is. Just roll that one. And on a 1 or a 2, your last one dies too. So he stands, and I have to back off.
Oh my God.
Because your unit is still there. You really needed that because now I'm still jammed up. And it's your turn to choose what you want to do.
All right. So my second group of zombies...
These guys?
...are going to move up to here to block Hopper from gaining that score.
So they first, because you're advancing, so you're going to move this 4 inches, right?
Yeah.
To, what is it, about right there?
Yeah.
Because you're worried that King Hopper now is going to get sneaky and sneak through there.
Yeah.
Okay.
And now I'm trying to box you.
Not only that, but now he has to decide, does he want to charge these zombies all by himself? That's a pretty good conundrum you put me in here. I could shoot at your zombie over here. Decisions. I was really hoping to clear this out so that these guys could get stuck in. They may not have a lot to do in this fight, just because of the geometry. Too many units. It's a bit of a traffic jam on my side. I only have 1 more turn left, so I think I really need to resolve this fight over here. So my phalanx is going to attack your phalanx, and we're each going to be rolling 10 dice. All right, 10 dice hitting on 5s. I get 1, 2, 3, 4 hits. Come roll your saves.
All right, hang on.
4 hits, saving on 4. You saved 2 of them, so you lose 1, 2 dudes. And now you get to roll 10 dice.
Yeah.
And you are hitting on 4s. how many hits did you get?
I got 2.
I'll pull out the misses. Like that. So you got 5 hits.
Yep.
Wait a minute. Are they poisonous?
I think they are.
That is your zombies that are poisonous, isn't it?
No, because they both
No,
have
your guardians are
sense.
poisonous. So this means you got 1, 2, 3, 6, 9 hits.
Hoo-hoo-hoo.
4, and then I have to roll looking for 5s. And no, looking for 4s because of my protection spell, which has worn off.
And
So
he saves 3.
I will save, no. I save 6 of them. I lose 1, 2, 3 guys. Because I lost, now here's where it gets a little bit tricky. I lost 1, 2, 3 guys, and you lost 2. Because I have an extra rank, I count as having done an extra wound. This is a tie. No one has to make a morale check. But my guys have to drop back because they were not able to win that fight.
So I'm going to move my guy up to here.
Your Bone Master
Yes.
to there. Does that put him within 3 inches of the hero? Yep.
Yep.
And he can cast a spell. What spell are you going to cast?
Undermine.
You need a 3 or better
Uh,
to be successful. So a 4 is a success. My boy here automatically
defensive.
takes 3 hits with AP2. So I have to roll 3 saves. Now he has some wounds. Now he has AP2, which means instead of saving on a 4, I save on a 6, but he's also got his little blessing spell, so he saves on 5s or better.
yeah.
Right?
Yep.
And I saved 2 of them, but I did still take 1 wound. So we put this under here. And I think I do need to make a morale check because I took a wound. And with a 5, I will be successful.
Okay.
But he only has 3 wounds.
Oh.
War duty. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to shoot these 2 archers at your last zombie.
Okay.
And I get 1 hit.
He dies.
I think. What do they hit on? No, they hit on 5s. So they both missed.
Oh, wow.
Now it's your turn.
Okay. So I'm going to move this guy back.
This zombie?
Yes.
All right, now you've only got 1 zombie. We don't need a movement tray for 1 dude. And you're going to move him... You're going to... wait a minute. You're going to move
4
him...
inches.
4 inches. Well, he's going to turn this way and then advance 4 inches like that?
Yeah.
But I'm going to... Oh my gosh. Why did you do that?
Because I wanted to. Because that way you can't get around and kill my guys over here.
I can't bring my knights around and attack here. I just keep throwing my... I really made a mistake. Well, I don't know what I was supposed to do. I think these objective markers were really in your favor. I do still have... So do you have anybody else that can go? I think you're done. I have King Hopper. I have a wizard. My war wizard. My battle master is going to slide over to here, and he's going to cast a spell on this zombie. If I can score, he's going to cast Leech, and he's going to do 1 hit with AP4 Deadly 3. But I need a 3 or better to do it. Leech, no, I need a 4 or better. He failed.
Yes!
All right, so then my boss man can... Now my boss man is going to use his war duty to advance these guys 3 inches to here. That's one of his abilities before he attacks. And then he's going to charge these guys. And that's impact 1 for 1 hit. And then I have 3 more hits. And he's got a quality 4, so I only do 1 more hit. So you need to make 2 saves. And you're looking for 6s.
Okay.
And I did... Oh, I only killed 1 zombie. Now you get to roll 20 dice. Roll away. And you are hitting on... What are these, zombies, we said?
Yeah.
Zombies are going to be hitting on 5s. So you get 1... Oh, boy. So here's how we do this to make it easy. We pull out all of the misses. Okay?
Okay.
We don't even need to count, because these are the ones I need to save, and I am saving on 3s or betters. And because I failed twice, King Hopper is no more. He went full suicide and only wiped out 1 dude. Maybe not the smartest. That's the end of turn number 3. Now, I don't think I can win at this point, because I need to be able to take one of these 2 objectives and clear off all of your guys. Do you want to play out the turn and see what happens? You get to go first. Do you want to check the wraiths over there?
Yeah. I'm going to attack with my wraiths.
All right.
Hitting on 3s.
So you get 4 attacks. And you get 4 hits, so I have to make 4 saves, and my little peasants are terrible. They only save on 6s. So I lose 4 guys. I can attack with 3 guys, get to attack back, and they only hit on 6s. I got 2 hits. So you have to make 2 saves.
Okay.
And you are saving on 6s, which you don't. But they also have regeneration, which means they get another 5-up save. We forgot about that last time, didn't we? So you only take 1 hit, which means I have to make a morale check, and if I fail... Oh, I made it.
Oh. Well, you're not at half strength.
But I am at half strength, so...
No, you're not. I
But
thought.
that means... Well, all that means is I'm wavering. I didn't route. If I had rolled anything but a 6, these guys would have run off, and you would have taken that point. But I think this is moot, because I don't see any way to take either of these 2 objectives. This swamp and this hill meant that all of the extra mobility of my knights was completely negated. I had a huge traffic jam in the back of my side, and I couldn't bring the force to bear that I needed. You played really solid over here by bringing up those 3 waves and sticking me back on my hind foot. I still think if I could have gotten up here with my knights to start with, maybe bringing my spears up was a mistake. But, you know, all of those spears protecting this guy, and maybe it was just that it was so narrow here I couldn't get my knights through. That kind of did it too. Although having my men-at-arms exposed and just blasted, that was kind of a mistake too.
Yeah.
So we don't even have to play the 4th turn. Do you want to play it out, this futile attempt of me of throwing myself at the bones and not having much effect? Even if I kill this unit completely, this unit will still be there.
Yeah.
And I can't take command of this one. So I think the game is over. Good game, kid.
Good game.
I'm praying for you.